You are watching Sipping Off the Cuff on TequilaAficionado.com. I'm Alex Perez.
I am Mike Morales. I'm here in beautiful San Antonio, where the weather has been strange. One day I'm wearing shorts, Alex, and the next minute I'm wearing like a parka. So, and in Southern California, where you're at, the Area 51 of tequila has been parched and dry. Is that what's going on?
It's a drought here all the time.
Not from what I can see back there, man. You're not hurting for anything back there, pal.
I can dig into my bunker. I'll be fine.
You'll be digging in the bunker. Okay. Tell everybody what we've got on the agenda today.
We have Huizache. Is it Huizache, right? Yeah.
Huizache.
Tequila Huizache.
Tequila Huizache.
It's very exotic. Huizache.
Hey, you know what? We've had this tequila around for a while. I would say probably about 5 years. I've been keeping tabs on this tequila because the interesting thing is that here's just a little bit of backstory is that this tequila was developed shortly after the sale of Herradura by two of the family members, two sisters, the Romo sisters. I've never met them, don't know who they are, but apparently my understanding is that when the sale of Herradura went through, they weren't really happy about it. So they went off and did their own thing. And Alex, this is a tequila from a Matitan, right? From what I can tell.
Yes.
And you were reading me off camera. You were reading some of the flavor notes on this thing. But we're going to do the Blanco tonight. And this bottle, I hear that in Mexico it's a great bargain. I think in Mexico it's like $8 US, something like that.
Really?
Yeah, it's fairly inexpensive. They used to market this. I have a picture of it with a Sudoku game. You remember when everybody was playing that game? They used to come with a little I don't know how it looked like a calculator. Okay, and they package this thing in some of the strangest ways.
So
But
$8 for 100% agave tequila.
yeah, even then, and so now I think it's uh, for me, I think it's highly underrated. But you've never had it, correct?
No, I've never had it. I just opened it first time.
Okay, well, let's give this a try and see what we're looking at on the Blanco.
Let me get my glass. Be right back.
Do you have a glass? What, we're doing this without a glass? Where you can just drink it out of a bottle?
I forgot to bring my glasses.
Hey, that's okay. That's all right. That happens.
So Huizache, there seems to be like trees or grass on the bottle.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's a tree. I actually wrote a blog about it years ago when it first came across, and I think it's a shade tree.
Oh, it's got bubbles.
Yeah, well, and it's also got a safety pour as well. You notice that some of this,
Yes, it did.
yeah, it's got a safety pour on the top here. You see that?
Yeah,
So
I saw that.
yeah, and it's a screw cap, so there's no cork involved. I will tell you that if you have tequila on your hands and you close this up, the blue comes off on your fingers. So try not to
Oh,
just a word
really?
of warning. Yeah, don't touch your face if your hands if you're making a margarita with this because you might get some blue on your face. All right.
On their website it does say that it is it's a wild bush is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like a big
Grows
wild bush that
the arid parts of Mexico.
yeah.
I guess in between in the land in the agave landscape.
Yes, it's like I think it's big enough. It gets big enough to be shady. Like you can be
It's
underneath
an
it.
agave partner.
Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a place where a jimador would rest in the midday or something like that, as he's going through harvesting. I'm not getting much in the way of legs or tears. Are you?
Very well. Just yeah, I am.
It's kind of thin. It's a little thin.
They're not as pronounced, but yeah, they're very thin. It is a clear, transparent tequila or blanco.
Now, lakes and tears are not it's not an indication of quality. It's just sometimes it just reflects a little bit more sunlight or light. Um, that leads me to believe that there's not a whole lot of glycerin that goes into this, so it might not have a lot of additives, which is not a bad thing either. And as I said, this is I'll clue you in, Alex. In the last month or two, somebody that we were able to write an article, one of our Women in Tequila series, Ana Maria Romero Mena, was performed a cata, a tasting, at this distillery for Huizache. And apparently Ana Maria was unaware that it was a brand that belonged to the Romo sisters, formerly of Herradura. So she was kind of surprised herself. And, when Ana Maria pays a visit to your distillery and trains, does some training on your staff, that these people are very serious about the quality of the tequila that they're putting out. That's all I can say. And then I got a surprise for you. We're actually going to meet Ana Maria this week. She's coming to San Antonio.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so she requested to meet with us, and as soon as we know where she's going to land in San Antonio, we're going to go out and we'll have exclusive coverage for Tequila Aficionado Media and tequilaaficionado.com. So
Excellent.
this is very fragrant for a Blanco.
I'm not getting a lot on the nose. Had you opened yours before?
Yeah, it's been opened before, but again, you have the safety pour, so there's not a whole lot of evaporation that goes on. Not like what there is with a cork. Everything pretty well stays sealed in there.
I'm getting just a little bit of a nose.
I'm getting the mineralness the minerally that it mentions in the tasting notes that you read earlier off camera.
That's all I can really get. Just a hint of agave, roasted agave.
I'm getting a little mint as well, which is unusual. Mmm. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm.
Wow. This is an $8 tequila? From Mexico.
Yeah. What'd you get? To me, it was like an explosion in my mouth. I got like everything.
I didn't expect that. This is very good.
It's and you and I have talked about it before in other tastings we've done from tequilas from Nomatitan. There's a certain mineraliness that I get that I'm really familiar with, and it really shines in this tequila.
Oh yeah.
It's very indicative of this tequila, and you can see my bottle's almost two-thirds gone, and it almost seems like the flavor notes and the flavor profile gets stronger.
Wow. I didn't get much in the nose, just hints of the mineral, but
it exploded in your mouth, right?
The palate is just incredible.
Yeah, the pricing.
I get the agave, not too green of agave. It's got a real nice balance.
I got some herbal, like I say, I got some mint. I got some sort of mint. Maybe some spearmint is what I'm thinking that I got, which I hadn't noticed before.
I can get a little bit of that just on the end. This is a nice Blanco.
This is such a bargain for the folks, for some of our followers in Mexico. This is a real bargain basement tequila for the price, and it is every bit. I mean, this is going to shine in a cocktail. You can sip this baby if you want. on the rocks, I think would be great as well. But it's very, very indicative of its terroir.
Is this available here?
Yeah, it is. As far as I know, it is available here, very limited quantities. The Romo sisters, when they first came out with this tequila, even their group of women who were selling this in Mexico, were very nicely dressed in denim outfits. They weren't about the
tequila girls.
Yeah, it wasn't the tight dress with the they weren't into that at all. They were very, very conservative in their look. And like I say, I had written a blog about the Tequila Girl, and used their pictures about how it really should be sold. And they were very much on the forefront of that. I really would. I expect a lot more from this brand, but for some reason, it just kind of sits on the shelf. People just don't know about it. It really is. I think it's a gem that a lot of people are not aware of. And I don't know about you, Alex, but I like it as a brand of promise.
I agree. I definitely agree. It's I guess it's one of those little surprises that are sitting up on the shelf until you pick it up and taste it.
You really don't want to judge this book by its cover. It's a nice, elegant, it's a molded glass. Like I say, be careful that you don't get any tequila on your hands, because the blue, it will rub off a little bit. But for $8, you can have a great sipper.
Yeah, you're not drinking the cap.
Yeah, and it's a safety pour, so there's no danger of being refilled anywhere or dissipation.
Very nice, Blanco. I like it.
Yeah, I do too. I think it really does measure up as a brand of promise for Tequila Aficionado for 2014.
I agree. Good call.
Okay. Yeah, I'm Mike Morales.
I'm Alex Perez. You're watching Sipping Off the Cuff. We've been trying Huizache. Go down and pick it up. As always, sip wisely.